Hi, Mai.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm Susanna.
Hi, I'm Mai.
Okay, great. Nice to meet you.
Nice
have
to
a
meet
have a
you.
seat. Is it okay if I close the door?
Yes. It's fine.
So, thank you so much for coming in. And I know that you're new to the school. So I want to welcome you to the school. And, I just really appreciate that, you reached out and you really wanted to meet with me. And so, but before we, start talking, I just want to let you know that whatever we talk about, whatever you'd like to share, is completely confidential unless something comes up that indicates that maybe you'll be harmed or somebody else will be harmed, then safety is first, and at that point, I'll have to make sure that I do something about that. Okay, so I just want to make sure you understand that.
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So if it's okay with you, I thought that maybe we could take this first session about 20 minutes and just kind of have an opportunity to get to know you because this is our first time meeting, and I just want you to feel comfortable and whatnot. So but like so you're in seventh grade, right?
Yes, I'm in seventh grade.
Okay, and then you moved here from where?
I moved here from Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, so my family, we just moved here, so this junior high is new. I don't know anybody here. So everything is new to me.
Okay. So yeah, so what I'm hearing you saying is like, wow, you just you moved here from Texas, so your whole family moved here
Yeah.
together, and the new situation for you and your family. So tell me more about your family.
Well, we moved here because my dad got a job here, so that's why we're here. Um, but I have like, what do you want to know about my family? Like, how many brothers I have?
Sure.
Sisters?
Whatever you'd like to
Okay.
share.
Yeah.
It's really up to you.
I have a big family. I have 4 brothers, and I have 4 sisters. So there's a lot of us in my family, and I'm the third oldest, so I do have younger siblings than me. They're all still so young. So right now, in the house, then I'm the oldest. Being in seventh grade, I'm the oldest.
Mhm.
So I do a lot of just taking care of my younger brothers and sisters.
So you help out a lot
I
at
do.
home. It sounds
Yeah, I
like
help
it.
out a lot.
Okay. So it sounds like you have some responsibilities
I
at
do.
home, and then obviously you have some responsibilities at school. Wow, it sounds that you really are mature, and you sound like you're a good role model to your younger brothers and sisters. So your older siblings, they don't live in the home.
They don't live in the home anymore because one's gone off to college and the other one is married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so right now I'm the oldest one.
Okay. Wow. So big change, huh? So far, how are you liking it here? How do you like your new living here in Fresno?
It's different. Yeah, it's different. It's a lot. There's more Asian. The Asian community is a lot bigger here. In Texas, it's there's none. It's a small community, so everybody knows everybody there. But in this area, I haven't seen any like Hmong community or any Asian people. So it seems like there's more of like it seems scattered, So I haven't seen anybody in the same
Okay. And
Asian
so,
people really.
yeah. And how does that make you feel? Like, what do you think about that? Does it?
I'm used to it because in Texas, like the school that I go to, there's more like just Caucasian, and there's more just Hispanics, but very little Asian people. So I'm used to it.
Okay.
I'm used to it. I hear stories that the Asian community is big. I just haven't seen it. So I mean, the school doesn't show that there's a lot of Asians. So
yeah, I'm sure with time,
yeah,
you're going
with
to be
time,
able
yes.
to experience more of that once you get to go out and do more things in the community and get more involved and stuff. And,
Right.
do you kind of see yourself wanting to do
I
those kind
want
of
to.
things?
Yeah, I want to be in some leadership club, and I want to play softball. So I hope that I can be a part of that for this junior.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it
so
okay if I write those things
yeah.
down that you said you were a part of when you were living in Texas and when you were in school there? Are those some of the things that you were
that's some
involved
of
in?
the clubs that I was in, like leadership and an art club, and play softball.
Well, it sounds like you were involved
Yeah.
in a lot of stuff, and
Yeah,
so
I try
obviously
to,
you
yeah.
you enjoy these things.
Mhm.
So you said leadership, softball, and
An art club.
art class. Wow, that's awesome. So, what position did you play in softball?
Shortstop. That's what it is.
Shortstop.
Mhm.
You were almost gonna say
No.
quarterback.
I know.
Huh? Shortstop. Wow, I know that's a tough position.
It is
You
because
know,
it's right
so
right there in front. So, but I love it. Yeah, it's one
Great.
of my favorite sports.
Yeah. Well, to play that position, you must have some pretty good skills because you have to be very attentive in that position. So, wow, that's really cool. And so, softball, you like doing stuff outside, you're into
Mhm.
sports, and you're also into art. Like, is there a certain type of art that you're involved in or you
No,
prefer?
just really painting is what I
Mhm.
like to do a lot. That's more like I like doing that because it calms me down from just being the oldest right
Mhm.
now. It's what calms me down. So that's
Okay.
that's why.
So I'm just jotting some stuff,
Yeah.
just um, don't want to forget. You're really giving me a lot of good information, and so painting, and then so you said that art class when you're involved in stuff like that and you do it, it really calms you down. So is that what you use art for sometimes when you're maybe feeling a certain way and it's probably it sounds like it's something you like to do, but also maybe use it to kind of help you calm down in certain
Yeah,
situations.
because sometimes since I'm the oldest one there right now, and I have a lot of younger siblings, and I have to cook for them, and I have to help them with their homework, because my dad works, and then my mom doesn't understand or speak English, so I really have to be the mom and the dad for my younger siblings. So it does get stressed out. I do get frustrated at times because I feel like I'm the only one that is able to help them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So just as a stress reliever, I paint, and that's what helps me calm
Okay. So basically, what you just said is that you have a lot on your shoulders as
down.
a young you're a seventh grader and it sounds like you have a lot of responsibility and you really are trying to help your parents out and then be a good role model to your siblings and one of the ways that you cope with so much responsibility is you like to
Yes,
paint
that
to kind of
coping is
relieve
what
some of
yeah.
that stress that all of this creates. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. So, when you were in Texas, I know you must have had many friends, and so how are you doing with that? Are do you still keep in touch with friends, or what are some things that you did with your friends in
I really like when I come home, then I don't get to see them. So really, my group of friends is just at school. So leaving them to come to California, it was really hard for me. It was really hard for me, and I'm afraid that it'll take me a long time to build new friendship. So I don't know anybody here. I'm shy. I don't really like talk to people because I'm afraid to even approach them. So it's been kind of sad. Yeah, it's been kind of sad because I'm afraid that I won't make any friends.
Right. Yeah. So what you're saying is that you're really having a hard time like reaching out to other people and
Yeah.
adapting to this new school and just figuring out how to make friends. Um, so yeah, that it's definitely difficult. It's a big change moving, and
Yes.
and that's what it does sound like. It's a difficult time, and I think that maybe in our next session, if you're okay with that, if maybe we could take some time during that time to explore, what are some things that the school has to offer, what are some things um, that you can do to make friends and stuff like that. Is that
Yeah,
something that you think that you'd
I
like to
think that
do?
will help me a lot. We can do that. I like that.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about today before we're done with this session?
Well, I'm not like too familiar with the school, the
Mhm.
junior high yet, so I want to know if there's, sports that goes on or even clubs that goes on
Mhm.
here, and I would like to be a part of some clubs. And how can I do that?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's definitely something that I can make you aware of. There are, every season is different, and there's softball, we have volleyball, and we do have a leadership class, which would be, sounds like maybe that would be something that you'd be interested in. And there is an art class, and I noticed in your schedule of classes that you did sign that you aren't in an art class. So, how do you feel about being in an
So
art class?
I'm
Were you?
pretty excited.
Yeah.
So I hope that that would be a fun class for me to make
Mhm.
friends, to maybe make some new friends from that class.
Yeah. So, do you feel comfortable, like, maybe setting a goal of maybe trying to approach somebody and seeing if maybe starting a conversation with somebody to kind of start seeing, if you could, just kind of hit it off with somebody
Yeah.
and see if like a friendship could grow. Do you feel comfortable with
Maybe,
that?
yeah, maybe we could try to do that and
Mhm.
see how, because I'm afraid of how they're going to react, So
Mhm.
I don't want to get rejected or I don't want to get turned down. So that's why I'm always scared to approach people. And so it's hard for me to make friends that way. Because in Texas, those friends I pretty much grew up with. Yeah, so we
Right.
just kind of kept together and
Mhm.
went to the same school and did the same things, had a lot in common. So that's why. And I feel like going out of that circle, it'll be hard,
Mhm.
But I guess I can try. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can try.
and that's always a really,
Yeah.
a good starting point is, just having the willingness to try something out and see
Yeah.
what can come of it. So, I really want to commend you on making that effort and seeing what you can do to, make the situation better for you. That way, because it's very new and it's really hard, to deal with change. It seems like, and but like I said, I just want to, commend you for taking the steps to seek some assistance and seeing, how you can make the situation a lot better for yourself. So I think that for today, this could end our session, and like we talked about, um, the next session, what we'll focus on is, exploring the activities and things that you can get involved in.
Okay.
And, it just, the opportunities, to put yourself out there to get to meet people who, have common interests. And sometimes that's a good, place to start in making friends. So
I think that will help me. I
okay.
hope that will help me to build new friendship and meet new people.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a while, but I hope that we can do that.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think so too. So, okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in, Mai. And then,
Thank you.
next week we'll go ahead and start exploring. And I'm really excited to see what we come up with.
Okay, me
Okay.
too. Okay.
Thank you so much. It was great meeting you.
You too.
Okay,
Thank
and
you.
I'll see you next week.
Okay. Bye.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye.